Earlier this year, I had the chance to show you the Beagle Y-AI in action at the Texas Instruments stand during Embedded World. Now, I'm excited to finally have my own Beagle Y-AI to explore and experiment with. Let's go back to the Texas Instrument booth to hear directly from Andrei Aldea. At the Texas Instruments booth again, and I'm here with Andrei Aldea, who's demonstrating the Beagle Y-AI. Is that how I pronounce it?
Correct, yes.
Beagle Y-AI, and it's doing a very interesting application here. It's you're familiar with the Beagle board, but this one has AI on board. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Absolutely. So the new Beagle Y-AI features the AM67A applications processor from Texas Instruments. It's a AI-focused processor. It's a Quad A53 for general purpose kind of computing, but then we also offer a 4-TOPS NPU using the C7 DSP with MMA. The board also still has 4 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and it follows a Pi-like form factor that lets you get very quickly started with existing accessories. It's it uses various chips from TI, obviously from the PD controller to the SoC, the USB 3 controller on board, as well as the Ethernet PHY. We support things like power over Ethernet on it. All the goodies you normally expect. You have PCI Express on board, by-one links that we follow the normal standard that they've set. And then we also support 3 displays at once. So we support HDMI as well as LVDS and DSI displays.
Wow, all simultaneously. Is that what's happening over here?
That's exactly what's happening here, yeah. So that's a Beagle Y-AI, and we have a DSI display here, 1920 by 1200 OLDI display here, and then a 1080p touch HDMI there, and all 3 displays are actually touch. Kind of run, graphics accelerated demos. It's also got a 50 gigaflops GPU on board.
Wow, 50 gigaflops, did you say?
Exactly. Yeah. Quite a powerful chip. And we also, part of what makes the chip also special is that there's also 3 R5F cores that you can use for real-time control. So if you ever want to, have real fast I/O, you don't have to bother your A53 cores, which you can use for just general purpose computing, and you have the fast latency of the R5s that you can take advantage of.
Yeah, so this one having AI on board, is that a differentiated product, or do you see more of the BeagleBoard products going in that direction in the future?
I think it's going to be a general trend in the industry going forward. I think there's a lot of value in having an NPU, just because the die area trade-off I think is usually worth it. I mean, not every chip obviously needs it. We do also have the AI64 featuring the TDA4 VM processor, and that's a much larger SoC that was originally developed for automotive. With that, it's kind of more developed for like 8+ camera solutions, where you're trying to do machine vision and things of the sort. But I think we're going to find that a lot of makers are going to be very interested in having at least some fundamental AI capabilities, and 4-TOPS gives you a lot of room to play with. It's also nice that it's split across 2 different DSPs, because that means you can use one of the DSPs of 2 TOPS for vision processing, for example, and then that leaves your second DSP free for other applications, right? So you're not focused to one task at the same time.
Yeah, that's excellent. And look, I'm biased because my very first computer was a Texas Instruments, so I'd love to have a little board, Texas Instruments based board. But for you, how would you differentiate this from other single board computers on the market? What's better about it?
Again, I think it's an efficiency story. It's the story of the NPU and the peripherals we enable, and also the fact that it's fully open source is the big thing for us.
Open source is cool.
Yeah, we're very proud to work with the BeagleBoard Foundation because they do publish their entire schematics for the board. We also publish the the data sheets, and all the register maps for the SoC. So if customers want to get them in low volumes and high volumes, they're able to. We also have a commitment for long-term supply of the chip. So if you want to get this chip in 10 years, you will be able to get it from TI. And we don't really hide behind NDAs to the degree that some other competitors do, and we're very proud of that.
Oh, well, that's great, and you're willing and open source right here, right now, to talk about it. And thank you so much for having a conversation with me.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That's Andrei Aldea. Thanks for chatting. So, there you have it. I can't wait to test this board further and show you all the things it can do. Stay tuned for some in-depth exploration in upcoming videos.